Down to one friendly.
You're the last one. Complete the mission.
Hello, motherfucker.
Last operator standing.
I'm fast as fuck,
Op
boy.
4 eliminated. Friendly mission successful.
Yes, guys, welcome back to the channel. Movement 6 here, and welcome to your weekly doses of gaming and or techno. Today I wanted to have a brief discussion on the future of Rainbow Six Siege, bearing in mind that the new consoles are just around the corner. So I think it's fair to have this discussion out there. And the reason for this question is that it popped in my mind during the last few weeks when the new consoles are being hyped a bit and some leaks are coming out. And I'm a big fan of the series Get Answered from Get Flanked. Watch him every time. And I just dropped this question on his YouTube channel after his previous or the last version of the episodes. And I'm really keen on hearing what someone like Get Flanked think of this question, but it doesn't stop me from answering it myself as well and sharing my ideas on this topic as well, of course, here. Now, before we start, the footage you will see in the back is primarily from my solo account I just created. I usually play on PlayStation 4 with the team, or the several teams I have. Having a lot of fun, but I thought it would be good to have a separate account or a separate installment of Rainbow Six Siege on my Xbox One as well, and to see how far I can come when I'm solo queuing. It's not going to be easy, but I just wanted to see how far I can come. I must say that now I've started all over again, of course, with level 0. I'm now on 14. You have to go to level 30 now to start playing ranked. And they've added a new feature that I was unable to access, of course, on my PlayStation. But it's called Newcomer. And I must say, this is pretty well done and pretty well crafted by the guys from Ubisoft, because I usually tend to avoid casual as much as possible, maybe just a few rounds to just warm up and do some T-hunt and then some casual before I jump into rank. But I can't judge 100% how it is on PC, but casual is a pretty toxic environment. It's team killing galore, it's toxic behavior all over the place, so I tend to avoid it as much as possible. Now, when you're a newcomer and this is your first encounter with people who are level 118 or 1 or 90 or above or whatever, you will see a lot of kicking, you will see a lot of team killing when you're a new guy coming into casual. They tend to start team killing you or want to get you out of the group. Now, with this newcomer environment, that has been addressed pretty well, I must say. I had a lot of fun. I must say I also had a lot of laughs with all those guys that are, noobs. But that's not a negative thing to you guys. I'm welcome you to the community as well, and I'm glad that the community is still growing. But there was one example. We were playing on Chalet, and the bomb sites A and B were upstairs in the office room and in the other room beside it, and one of them was playing Castle, and it just unlocked Castle, and he was so happy with Castle that he completely castled us in, and the other guys reinforced the walls between the objectives and all the other walls. So basically we were stuck. So the round started and everybody was in the same room. It was bomb side A, I believe, and the other guys who were level 29 had that pretty good figured out. So one of them was Fuse, and he fused the hell out of us. So that was pretty funny. And you know, this is not being disrespectful. I'm glad these guys are coming into the community. You got a lot to learn. Welcome to the community, guys. And I met a few guys online on the Xbox One as well, and it's good to have this newcomer environment for these people. They avoid the toxic behavior on casual with playing people that are higher levels. So I'm pretty amazed with what they've done there, Ubisoft. A great job there to give newcomers a pool where they can join up and start learning among people from the same level. Having said that, I am glad when I'm reaching level 30 on my Xbox, so I can push forward into ranked. But the main question here is, as I said at the beginning, what is the future of Rainbow Six Siege? Rainbow Six is currently 4 years old. I started playing during White Noise, and although I'm not playing it from the beginning, it is a game that is now very close to the heart for some weird reason. It's a game that really stands out. It's got such a strong community, and it's one of the main reasons I started creating this YouTube channel. And I don't care how big this channel is or how small it is. I'm doing it for you guys. I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing it to show the world that I'm freaking enjoying what I'm doing. That's gaming, and that's techno. That's producing music, and to show you guys what I'm doing here. That's also from gaming. Rainbow Six Siege is a big portion of the reason I started this YouTube channel. I'm enjoying this game really a lot. And the question that pops up with those consoles passing around the corner, maybe in the next year and a half, 2 years or so, that's pretty quick. What is the future of Rainbow Six Siege? What are we going to do? Bearing in mind that if you already see the leaks and specs coming out for the new consoles, they're pushing 10 teraflops, so there is a lot of room for maneuver in terms of graphical leap, quantum leap forward, and all those enhancements we were going to see in games, photorealism. What are we going to do with a game that's pushing 4 years old and has a huge community behind it, and that it's constantly supporting it and still enjoying the game, and the community is growing, over 35 million players worldwide constantly. So what are we going to do? What are they going to do? And to me, there are a few options. One of them is you start all over again, and the other one is you port the game and build on what you have and push forward. And I think building a complete new game, so let's say a Rainbow Six Siege 2, is not the best option, because that will mean that you eventually will throw away what you have and then start all over again. And what are you going to do? Create a new fuse, create a new Thatcher, create a new thermite or a Mozzie or whatever. That will be a waste of time to me and would not really benefit the game overall, because why would people buy a new $60 game and in essence get what they already had, but then but then new, and you need to rethink everything. And the game itself right now is overall it's pretty balanced, right? And I'm not saying that there are not unbalanced things in there, and the community and the test server are really putting out all those glitches and all those weapons that are not balanced, and that also defines the strength of the community. Everybody's so tied to this game that we're all occupied with thinking how we can improve the game and put ideas forward in getting it even more balanced. But that's on a micro level. And on a macro level, on a higher level, I'm seeing that the game is really balanced. Every operator has got its spot in there. Every operator has got its meaning, and also have a meaning in working together with other operators. So building a complete new game, a part 2, or I don't know how you want to call it, it's not the way to go. To me, the way to go is to say, listen, we have a fantastic game that is highly supported, the community loves it, let's pick up this game and port it, improve it, and enhance it, master it. I don't care how you want to call it, but you've got so much room in terms of improving the quality of the graphics and the game itself, that you just need to pick up that game and you need to enhance it and then port it to the new systems. In terms of the PC players are highly flexible. These guys can alter their machines quite quickly with new GPUs, with new cards and new memory slots and blah blah blah. console players are a bit tied to what you buy, of course. So, but there is now so much room for maneuver coming around the corner with the new consoles. I would say pick up the game, enhance it, and there is no shame in asking maybe a bit of money from the community. To me, monetization is not a dirty word, right? These guys are creating something, and to me, they're entitled to get paid over that. So enhance it, port it to the next gen, and then build further on the next gen. And of course, you can still support the PS4, the Xbox One, and the older version maybe on from a console perspective. But eventually, you need to make a decision. You need to push forward. So I would say pick up the game, enhance it, and put it on the new systems, and maybe ask €10 from the existing community. And yes, new people need to buy the game, of course, but for the people already playing it, having it installed on their PS4 or Xbox One or the PC, just ask a bit of money for the enhancements and the work you've put in there, and then port it to the new systems. From the benefit you have there is that you will have a strong community that's already there, who is going to help you build further on what you already have, and it's a strong foundation. And you will not have a next step. You just have the continuation of what you already have, and then in a far better way. And yes, that will mean that eventually the older version, if you want to put it that way, needs to be discontinued somewhere down the line. So to me, that is the way to go. And the main reason for the topic is that I'm asking you guys, what do you think? What do you think we should do with this game? What do you think are the best options to have Rainbow Six being brought to life on the new systems? Or maybe leave it as it is. That could also be an answer, right? Leave it as it is. To me, that's not the best option, because eventually the graphical leap that we're going to see in the new consoles is so huge that eventually the game will feel outdated. So what's your view, guys? Tell me, please. I'm really curious. Leave a comment, and that's also what I'm going to ask you. Subscribe, leave a like, put on your notifications, but above all, leave a comment on what you guys think that needs to be done here. I'm really keen on seeing here. Now, for the weeks to come, I'm working on a new movement sessions. I've got a lot of promos I want to share, and if you go to beatport.com, you will see my latest EP being released. It's called I Wanna Scream. It's been released on Monotone Recordings. Really proud of that. Shout out to you guys. And yeah, for now, hit that subscribe button, and I'm really keen on seeing what your guys' take is on this topic. For now, Movement 6 out.
Wat? Je had van bijna de
Geëpileerde panda wenkbrauw.
Jezus, die moet ik opslaan, hè. Wat een helder was dat, hè.
Pas op voor Captain Traps.
Ja, ik heb er eentje.
Eén.
Wat één. Oh.
Hostile activity. Resume securing the container.
Kast. Oh.
We gaan het gewoon, ja.
Oké, dan kunnen we die vijf.
Heb ik het?